Hey everybody, how's it going? Today I'm going to be bringing you a quick review. I know it's been a couple of days here, but I was kind of out sick for a little bit. But I'm going to be bringing you a quick review of the set number 76129, Hydro Man Attack. It is a Spider-Man Far From Home set. Let me know if you guys have seen the new trailer. It is absolutely fantastic. It just dropped, I think it was yesterday, or yesterday as in when I am filming this at least. But let's just hop right into the set, and I cannot wait to see that movie. All right, so here it is. It's a little bit difficult to fit all of it into frame as the tower or the spire part here is a bit tall. So it's a bit difficult to fit all into one frame and still be able to see any semblance of clarity. So let's just go ahead and take a look at the side builds first, then the primary main build, and then the minifigures. Alright, so here are the two side builds. The first one that we'll start out with is the Hydro Man, which I guess is considered a minifigure, as you put the minifigure on the top there, but we'll take him out and take a look. It's a very interesting build. I mean, it kind of does look like rushing water, like a small water tornado kind of thing. So that's kind of cool. I would have loved to see transparent or translucent dark blue arms or legs or something on here. Maybe even the headpiece on the minifigure, just to kind of go along with it. But each of these pieces that you see that have the fire water looking pattern, those are all stickers. The rest of it obviously is just brick built in different tiers, with a lot of different parts on here. But all in all, I think it's very nice. I think it's very good and fits very well with the set. We'll see how accurate it is to the movie when it releases here in the next month or so, at least from when I'm filming this. So let's move this one to the side. And here is the next build. I actually love this little boat. I don't know, is it called like a gondola or something like that? I'm not really sure. But it uses these inverted arch pieces on the sides here. It's a very, very small build, only a matter of just a few pieces. But it's got the red seating there. You can see two minifigures. Possibly more if they're standing, but I wouldn't recommend it. That's just a bit too many. And then it's got the 1x2 cheese slope pieces on each side to give it that illusion of seating. And then it also comes with the stick or the, what's it called, that they use to push it forward through the water. So nice little inclusion there, but all in all, I love this boat for my actual Lego city, which is set up at a different place, not in my studio room. This is actually in its own separate room. I'll have to show you guys sometime. It does look awesome, but I'll definitely have to use this model and this build for a few of these in the city. I've been looking for a good design and haven't found one that quite works for me yet. Alright, so here is the actual bridge design as well as that little coffee shop on the side. There's a lot to get into in this, a lot of very interesting little things. Let's just take a look at the outside first appearance first, and then we'll get into the finer details. So as far as the bridge goes, it's a nice design. I mean, I've always liked Lego bridges, really no matter where they came from, how they're built. Some of them obviously are better than others, but this is one of my favorites, by all means. And then, obviously, if you don't want the spiderweb pieces there, you can just kind of take them right off. That one's a little bit more difficult while I'm holding the camera with the other hand. And it makes it into more of just a normal bridge instead of having the synthetic web that Peter has. But nice arches all around. Up on the top here, you've got it in the white, and then down here you've got it in the tan. The whole archway here, and then there's interesting stuff you can do under both of those. You can also put the gondola through the bottom of it. It does fit pretty nicely. You can even have a minifigure full-on standing on it and still be able to get it through. It's very, very nice, very well designed. So moving this over, let's take a look at the coffee shop here. We've got our lamp post sitting kind of in the middle there, which actually is the Fez piece used in the Doctor Who set, as well as a couple of other different sets for various things. Obviously, this Iron Man minifigure does not come with this. It's in the promotional set that came out just fairly recently. Go ahead and take a look at my review for that to actually see where he comes from and a review on that guy. So we've got our seats here, as well as a table with a piece of pizza, a coffee cup, and a newspaper just kind of chilling there. Also, if you push this in, it lifts this up, so you can, even though, I mean, there's plenty of ways to lift this up here. And then it opens up, and you can kind of see in there, I mean, you can drop a minifigure down there if you so choose, and he just kind of, oh, well, that kind of hit him, but he just kind of chills there and sits down there. But you've got your little flower plant here. It's just on a 1x2 log kind of brick, a couple pieces on there. But something I did like the inclusion of, also, I'm not sure why there's a trapdoor. I don't know, maybe we'll find out in the movie. Maybe you're supposed to hit it and launch somebody off, but if that's the case, it doesn't go too far. So, I mean, it's kind of unfortunate, but it doesn't actually fling it up. It just flings it just a tiny little bit there. But I love the chain use as the guardrail here. That's a very great use of that piece instead of just having a clipped bar or something. I think this looks much, much better and much more real, I guess. So up here, you've actually even got the drain piece, which is very nice. It's just that little half-wheel piece that goes underneath the arch. But again, a very nice inclusion for something that you're almost never going to see. So moving this up a little bit closer, you can see the outside of the cafe. Actually, you know, let's take the lamppost off there real quick so we can see this just a little better. So you've got the whole outside. You've got your little pillars here on the Starbucks kind of coffee cafe thing, and then the little windows. There's not much room inside of it, but it's a nice little addition. I'm not sure why there's nothing on the top of here except for leaves. That just didn't make a whole ton of sense to me. I mean, you'd think the building would be a little bit taller, especially in a place that's going to be as crowded as a hefty size bridge that people are going to consistently be walking over, as well as a tourist area, as you'll see in the movie. But either way, I don't mind too much. But moving up here a little bit, sorry for the shakiness of the camera, we've got the spider web just kind of clipped onto here, and then we've got this little kind of bell tower thing, which is a nice little tower. It's a very unique build. Actually, let me go ahead and take that off real quick and move the lighting so we can see it a bit better. So it's a nice build because of all of these unique little pieces. If we take off just the top there, we've got those the little pieces primarily used in cars, but they're shaped in a way that kind of wedges them together, so it looks like an arch on each side, but it completes it, whereas a small arch would not be able to do exactly this. So if we take that off, we've got each individual corner is separate, and it's got these nice little 1x1 arch pieces, or 1x1 and a third, or whatever that is. And then in between those, we've got each little pillar. So there's nothing inside there, it's just empty. You can put something in there if you'd like to, or just build onto it. But just go ahead and put each of those top parts back on, and just set it right back on there, and you'll be good to go. But all in all, so many just awesome, unique little designs and little things here and there. Whoever designed this, phenomenal job. You did absolutely amazing, especially with all of the different kinds of slopes. We've got the 1x1 cheese here, and then the flat pieces on top of the 1x1 round plates. It just gives it a nice little texture and something that you can kind of see through a little bit, like it's a railing, as you just kind of set a minifigure up there. Obviously, always going to be using Iron Man as a test minifigure from now on, for the most part. But another kind of cool thing. Oh, well, there goes Iron Man. He's in the coffee shop now. So if we turn it around, there's this little thing that moves back here. But if you press that in, that actually kind of shoots up the top each individual piece. So I didn't want to do it too hard because I don't want it to go flying. But that one actually does have quite a bit more momentum, I guess. If you actually hit it, it will knock off the figures on there, as well as the actual little parts. So good design there. Overall, just great execution. So actually, let's go ahead and just stick Iron Man on the side there. So as you can see, it's got the same dots on these sides. I mean, nothing's on there. I don't know why. It seems like it would be some nice little detail to put 1x1 round plates or something like that. But actually, let's take a look right here. Let's see if we can move the lighting to get a little bit of a better angle. As you can see there, you've got a little bit of a sewer. You've got the rat, the infamous rat, just the best character in Endgame, in my opinion. Just that rat. I mean, we really have the rat to thank for all of Endgame. Just with everything that happened and with what it did. All right, so we've got the Infinity Stone in there. Obviously, it's not really the Infinity Stone. It's just a jewel and a slice of pizza, so the rat can have some breakfast, or I don't know, whatever the rats are doing these days. So the last part of this, let's go ahead and take a look at the inside of the coffee shop. So obviously not really much to see here by any stretch of the imagination, except for that coffee machine. That actually does look like an espresso maker. I've worked with them many times before and actually have one of my own. I mean, it's not this high grade, but it's fairly similar. Oh, let's actually move Iron Man. But anyway, very nice. It's got the little cup, the spout, as well as the two little spouts where the espresso shots actually drain from when you are baking them. So let's go ahead and take a look at the minifigures. So here we are with the 4 minifigures that come in this set. The first one here, the Hydro Man. I mean, great printing, very interesting. It almost looks cartoonish, quite honestly, but he's meant to stay in this thing as well anyway. So we'll just set him back there. He's okay. I mean, he's a good inclusion, but I mean, not phenomenal by any means. And then let's take a look here real quick at this guy. This is actually the same exact minifigure as the one in the Molten Man set. So again, no face printing, just the silver head and the domed helmet. The spongy kind of purple pinkish cape. I liked the old kinds of capes better. I mean, the spongy is, they don't crease as easily by any means, but they're just, they don't look great, especially around the neck. It just looks too fluffy. And then once in a while it gets caught up in the little headgear here. So again, great printing, but exact same printing as we got before. But yes, the exact same Mysterio minifigure. So good inclusion, but it'd be nice to see one with a real, the actual face of the character. So let's take a look here at MJ. I mean, all in all, quite honestly, this figure is very bland. No leg printing, no arm printing, very, very basic torso assembly printing. But I do like the face. The head is very nice. So you've got your regular smiling face here, and then a more quizzical look on the back there. So I kind of like that face. It's going to come in handy by all means while I'm making my my Lego city. So let's put her back and onto my favorite character of the set, Peter Parker, or Spider-Man. So I mean, no arm printing, no leg printing. It's pretty standard. I wish they would have put leg printing on MJ as well as Peter for like pockets and stuff like that. But beyond that, the torso printing, as you can see, very nice, like checkered pattern for the button down. Then you've got your jacket on top, and then the Spider-Man logo underneath, like he's wearing the Spidey outfit under his regular clothes. So I'm not sure what I think of the head. It's just a reused head from Ant-Man, which bothers me quite a bit. Quite honestly, I mean, why would you just reuse the literally the exact same head? So I actually have Ant-Man here. Let's go ahead and take off his helmet. See, exact same head. Exact same back face printing too. A little bit disappointing there, Lego. I mean, come on, dude. Just go ahead and make a new face for Tom Holland. I mean, he's doing a good job as Peter. But my favorite part, my favorite piece of the whole set, I think this is actually a whole new mold, but it's the Spider-Man hood when it's up, so you can still see his face. But by far, I mean, I've been waiting for one of these for years. I mean, so good for so many different circumstances. And then they actually also give you a hairpiece for Peter as well, which is very nice to include. I mean, it's always nice to see Lego go a little bit above and beyond, although, I mean, with reusing the Ant-Man or Scott face for Peter, that part was a little bit lazy. But beyond that, very, very nice. So let's take a look at the final verdict of the whole build. So here we are with the entire set. My personal verdict on this set, absolutely, I would recommend picking this one up. Definitely worth that $40 price point. So many unique and awesome little builds and little pieces. Just a bunch of different things you can do with this, even if you don't use it as a Spider-Man set. Although the highlight of the set is Spider-Man, except for the head there. But great minifigure, great use of pieces, as well as just a good overall price point. I cannot wait to watch this movie. Just looking at the end of Phase 3, going into Phase 4, where we'll be in the MCU. And yeah, it's going to be awesome. So please go ahead and drop a like on this video for Fallen Spider-Man. And I will see you in the next one.